This past week, the House of Representatives, for some reason, decided to hold a hearing where they grilled the head of the EPA, a man by the name of Michael Regan. And Lauren Bobert, who of course is on this committee that got to grill Michael Regan, decided to use her time to show the country how stupid she really is and how little of an understanding she has of, current events. Let me give you a little backstory before we go into this clip here. You see, recently, as part of their string of horrible rulings that threaten the future of the United States, the U.S. Supreme Court overturned roughly 50 years of legal precedent by getting rid of what was known as the Chevron deference. And the Chevron deference says that when there is any ambiguity in regulations issued by the federal government agencies who issue these regulations, the agencies get the benefit of the doubt. They get to be the ones who interpret the ambiguity. The Supreme Court decision says, nope, y'all don't get to do that. We get to do that now. Haha, we're stealing the executive branch's power and putting it into us. So that is very dangerous, of course. But Lauren Bobert, who doesn't understand how the law works, seems to think that this means that the EPA can't do anything anymore. So that's what she was asking Michael Regan. So now the EPA can't do anything. Tell me all of the regulations you're repealing, which at one point she was being so stupid, it actually caused Michael Regan to laugh at her. So if you haven't seen the clip, it is absolutely brilliant, beautiful, and wonderful. And here it is.
I'm asking about the EPA, and I'm asking about your rogue bureaucrats that have enacted these unconstitutional regulations. Are you going to repeal them? Are you going to continue to implement them, or are you going to stop altogether since it's been overturned?
Do you understand the ruling?
Do you understand the ruling of the Supreme Court?
I do, and so your question is ill-formed. No,
will you
we're
be
not
repealing?
We're not going to stop.
You're going to unconstitutionally continue with these
we're going to
rulemakings.
We're going to adhere to the
EPA.
Supreme Court and continue to
so
do
which rulemakings are you going to roll back?
We're going to adhere to the Supreme Court and continue to do our work in accordance to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court
So which
made a
ones
ruling.
are you going to repeal?
The Supreme Court didn't tell us to repeal anything.
They have been deemed unconstitutional.
No.
Absolutely, they have. This was a huge victory.
Mr. Regan, I don't want to spend too much time on this, but I would just like to clarify a few things for my colleague from Colorado. The Loper-Bright ruling, as you know, said that the courts should not defer to agency rulemaking if a statute is ambiguous, and instead the courts get to determine whether or not what the statute means.
That Democrat that came on in the last part of that clip, of course, was Dan Goldman, Democratic representative, and he explained, like I did, what the Supreme Court ruling actually means, and it doesn't mean that any current EPA regulations have to be repealed. But Lauren Bobert, when she was questioning Regan there, was digging in, no, I understand it. And he's like, I don't think you understand it. She's like, I know what I'm talking about. And he's like, I don't think you do. And then he laughs at her. And what I love about it is that was a very genuine laugh. It's a very serious situation, right? You run a very serious government organization, in my opinion, probably one of the most important ones. And here he is trying to keep his composure. But this woman is so dumb that he can't help but laugh in the middle of this House hearing. And it all comes back to the thing I've said a lot recently. Stop sending stupid people to Congress. Lauren Bobert is not smart. And that's not to say that people who are not smart, can't be wonderful, productive, and successful members of society. So don't get me wrong on that front. But we need our lawmakers, the people who make decisions that affect our daily lives, they need to be smarter than us. They need to understand everything. And that's a tall order. I get it. But that's up to us. We have to stop sending stupid people to Congress and the Senate and the White House. Because stupid people put other stupid people in charge of important things. We need to demand better. And Lauren Bobert is so ill-informed, with no desire to actually learn things, that she is a danger to this very country. Hi everyone, this here is little Athena. And Athena would like to know why you haven't subscribed to Fair and Balanced yet. So please, don't let Athena down. Subscribe today.